So, anything interesting about the Royal Navy carriers? Yes, the Royal Navy carriers seem to be ultra close range dropping as far as torpedoes go, and all of their plane types have the most health, right? So I think if I was to attack an enemy ships, usually the first wave can attack, the second wave can attack, but the third wave usually doesn't get a drop in. With the higher Royal Navy plane health, you should be able to get your third attack wave in, and the first and second waves should, in theory, be able to recover those planes. So, right. What have you got? Some tier 8s, some 7s, some 6s. Okay, we're tier 6, so we're kind of bottom tier here. We'll see how we can go. And again, oh, hold on a second. This is all work in progress. So, put it this way, if it turns out the Royal Navy carriers turn out to be good, if it turns out the Royal Navy carriers turn out to be fun, if it turns out the Royal Navy carriers can kill ships with a little bit too much alpha, you can guarantee this work in progress means they'll be nerfed. Case in point, turns out the Japanese CV line was too much fun, so they nerfed it. So, yeah. At least at tier 6, carriers for me kind of become more interesting because you get the on-summon fighter ability, which I think you maybe try to fly over to me to summon it. Oh, and that's a Martel. I don't want to go near that. Alright. Where'd he go? Okay, so his rocket planes are there. I don't really want to go after a cruiser because it's like 2 tiers higher than me. Now this, alright, so he's a tier 6 battleship, right? But he's also got relatively good AA. Oh, okay, but he's got an Amagi close enough to do flak bubbles. I'm just, you know what, I'm not rushing in and going for the attack. I'm just waiting and watching. I know there's 2 destroyers, but I don't know where they are. It's not in B, so maybe he's over in Alpha. I could go if the Maggie goes the other direction, I could double back around on the Fred. Let's try that. We'll go back left. And then we'll go back right. Now, ideally, I'd like to attack him where he's not looking at me. He's looking at... Oh, which attack? Alright, well, I'm already sort of committed, so I'm just going to go for it. Oh, you can... Oh, that's a lot of flak. I don't want to go round from the right. I want to go round from the left this time. Let's see how the health pool... If it wasn't for the Wichita, I would probably able to... I need to just drop this instantly as soon as I'm in the range. Nah, didn't get a chance. But you could get 2 attacks off there. So that is, for me, interesting because the higher plane health of the Royal Navy carriers means that you can do these sort of close range attacks that all the nations do, but you can tank it out and then drop and then drop and then if it's a third wave, drop again. And then what makes it interesting as well is that typically if you drop and then the third wave drop, usually it's only the third wave that dies. The first and the second wave successfully make it back to the carrier and then replenish your plane count. Oh, and there's a T-61, although these are more carpet bombing, so... What's the difference between IGN and US CV line? Well, the IGN is typically longer range torps with a higher activation range, whereas the American torps are more close range but wider spread, more damage or something, but they're less accurate with the drop, but they have a shorter activation range. The British carriers tend to be a more kind of extreme version of the Americans. They're more accurate with their bombs. You can manipulate the drop reticle. You can manipulate the drop reticle without it blooming too much. Plus, they're much shorter range drops, and because they're much shorter range drops, they have more health. So, I mean, the American planes I've noticed have more health than the Japanese, and the British have more health than the other two. So. The plane that actually returned to the car, quite rare, especially when bottom tier. Yeah, well, like if the plane can return, then that means you get a replenishment. Now, see, most of the teams in this kind of corner here, so I'm actually going to move the CV closer. Now, according to the lead dev, CV should be kind of like at the back line or somewhat safe, so by me moving up, I'm taking a risk. And normally you could mitigate that risk because you would have hull control and sequential control and that type of stuff in RTS game mode, so getting closer isn't as risky because you could mitigate your maneuverability. But because I have to rely on the autopilot doing this, it is actually kind of dangerous. And I don't know what this Glassinier is doing because he's just going to get wrecked. I'm not even going to go near the Wichita either. I'm going to use the islands to kind of manipulate and dodge some of the AA. Yeah, he's wrecked. I was going to try and maybe give us some fires or something, but no. And there's too much of a blob here, so I'm going to go after that. Maybe Gneisenau? Thing is, I don't want to drop like side on. Oh, King George. King George could also work. This is me looking for a target of opportunity. So I'm roaming around, and this is obviously what the dev says. I can choose my target as and when I please. But the thing is, I'm not choosing my target in terms of I want to influence the battle. I'm choosing the target because I want to see anybody that can do meaningful damage or even attack. Because if I was to attack anyone else who would have more of an impact on the game, the planes just wouldn't survive. It wasn't particularly accurate. I mean, it was like a couple of thousand damage. See if I can't manipulate my speed so that I can turn more round to the left, then accelerate, then more round to the right, then accelerate. And this is all about me manipulating my... And then dive bomb to dodge the flak, and then drop immediately so it doesn't bloom and go too far out. 7 bombs, 7,700. It's okay, it's okay. Excuse me. And one of the dive bombers actually made it back. I don't know how many more made it back. I'm not really paying too close attention to that sense. But we've got some TBs, and it looks like the Gneisenau might be isolated on the front again, and so could the King George, so we could go for either of them. So we'll see how this goes. King George is an easier drop because he's at a better angle. And he's kind of not beached, but I could probably go in on him, and I could probably turn out and then go for the Gneisenau as a second attack run. So I'm going to go in. Here comes the first set of flak. Aiming reticle. I'm going to pull back my speed to get a little bit tighter in aim. Okay, so that's him. I'm going to hard turn right. And then boom. Accelerate again. Use the engine boost. Boom. I'm going to hard turn left. And then kill my speed, and then not unkill my speed, and then kill my speed, and then go back down. You know what? I'm just going to go for the Gneisenau because I don't think I would make it to the King George with the health pool of the planes as it is. He's already turning out, so I'm just going to do like a blind drop. Otherwise, probably not going to do anything. Oh, and he's over there, so it wasn't very accurate. That's fair enough. We don't have enough planes. The TBs are still possibly coming back. That would bring me up to 4. That's not enough. Right, I'm going to try dive bombing again. Carpet bomb. Yeah, give it another carpet bomb run. And while that's going on, I think no, maybe we're not winning. So I'm going to set up. Now the thing is, what am I doing right now? I'm controlling 2 avatars. In my view, I'm controlling 2 avatars. I'm controlling... The planes are just flying in one direction. They're not under control. And I'm manipulating... Oh, wait, hello. I'm actually controlling my planes. In the tactical map. Oh, wow. That's a new... No, I can't. Oh, wait, can I? Hold on. If I go tactical map and I left click... No, that just sets the autopilot. I can't attack. So, you can control your planes while autopiloting your ship. I wish it was the other way around. But you get what I'm saying here. There's 2 avatars. There's 2 control groups right there. And then what's more is I don't see rudder shift, and I don't see speed either. What happens if I wanted to go this way slowly, right? But I only want to go this way. Oh, hold on a sec. I'm gonna put some fires down. Okay, but I only want to go at quarter speed. I still want to go all the way along, but I'm only going to go quarter speed. Well, I'm currently at full speed, probably, but I don't honestly know. So what do I do in that sense? Well, I probably have to set the autopilot that moves me, then stops me, then moves me, then stops me, and then gets me there in the same amount of time. But I don't want to stay stationary for torps or other stuff either. It's just... So, like, if you're going to give me autopilot, literally let me specify the speed that I go in autopilot, right? But no, that's not a thing. This isn't going to be a clean drop, but I'm going to see if I can get an accurate... it's helping. It's only one bomb connection. It's not as accurate as rock. You know, I'm just going to tell him to come back. We've got 6 torpedo bombers. Yeah, let's do that. We got a full wave, and I'm going to go there, and then I'm going to go back over there. Let's set the TPs over. You can set your speed beforehand, and then click autopilot, and it'll keep your speed before you change it again. Is that true? Hold on a second. Alright, if I go quarter speed, and then set the autopilot, and then go like that and like that. Okay, it's keeping me at quarter speed. Ah, well today I learned, sir. Thank you. Does it speed up again? It did speed up again. Look, it sped up again. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, see, look right here. Tell me that didn't speed up, or is that me just killing my speed off? Hold on, let's find out. Torpedo bombers. Okay, so the torpedo bombers are up, and I'm gonna move around. It did not speed up. All right, okay. Alright, so it's at quarter speed following current rules. Now what happens if I only move it, it probably won't change. What happens if I set a new direction, a new speed, a new heading? I'm still at quarter speed. Ah, okay. You know what? I stand corrected. I stand corrected. It is possible. If you set the speed in advance before the autopilot, it will stick. Now, before the autopilot would accelerate you, and that's what I was under assumption of. That's fine. I can live with that. I can live with that. Actually, that's actually going to be good, because if I'm going between islands, I can maybe reduce the speed as well before I go back into autopilot mode. So, yeah, okay. That's okay, I guess. But here's another thing. I can't change the speed of the autopilot while I'm flying my planes. So, yeah, I can set it in advance, but if I'm like, oh, there's a destroyer over here and he's chasing me, but I'm controlling my planes, I can't then go back up to here and then go faster, go faster, go faster, and then go back. I can change the direction with the autopilot so that I'm always going round in circles or trying to dodge or evade incoming planes, but I can't manipulate the speed. So, presetting the speed is nice. Setting the speed entirely just would have been better. But, oh, and that's 1,000 points. Alrighty. Well, I learned something. Hopefully, you learned something as well. The tier 4 ship wasn't as successful. The tier 6 Furious, same damage, single kill. Admittedly, we were doing some experimenting halfway through. Did we really help out that much? We were average. We really didn't do a great deal. And also, neither of the carriers got plane kills. Can you imagine back on the RTS system, playing tier 6 carrier and getting 0 plane kills? The only way you get plane kills is if somebody attacks your carrier, or you have an unsummoned fighter plane that miraculously catches the planes that are being attacked and don't ward someone out. To me, that's... The Germans have a good word for it. The German word is Wahnsinn. It's so einfach Wahnsinn that an aircraft carrier doesn't have an influence in the game where it shoots down planes proactively. It's only passively or defensively can it shoot down planes.